Hello everyone, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society, where we are actually doing the correct mission. We're doing Secret Spotter and True Grit, and we've already done one level of Secret Spotter, but Rivalo has already completed the first level of True Grit, so we do need to get a move on that. I'm kind of surprised. What member of his party has 45 Grit already? Like, that seems a little excessive. Let's level up Agatha, and I do, as tempted as it is to go full Archaeology, I would like to a Tactician. Now, the first Tactician one I have available is Military History, and I know there is a item that gives Military History, but I think it's in the second shop. Yes, because this one gives Formations. So... Man, I don't know. I am tempted to just give her 2 levels that she's going to learn naturally in Archaeology. That'll give her to get her to level 5. Level 6 is the max for new discussion options. That would get her very close to that. And then we can start giving her tactician levels from specialists. Let's take a look at our entourage shops and see what we have available. Naturalist, quick thinker, and rogue. Athlete, begatherer, and engineer. There's tactician, and there's an archaeology. Okay. Given the choices here, I don't need a diplomat, so it would be tactician or archaeology. And given the options, I would actually rather give the archaeology perk from the entourage. Why? Well, because this also gives +1 study whenever level 4 archaeologist succeeds on the adventure wheel. And we will have a level 4 archaeologist already if we give this to Agatha, because she's already level 3. If we give a tactician perk from General Olaf, we will not have a level 4 tactician already. So this archaeology extra perk will come in handy faster. So, given those options of legend or architecture, we could still do it this way, because we could still give her architecture, teach her legends, and then give her symbolism. That would be an option. Especially because she learns offense naturally, although that wouldn't be an issue if we are going to give her the perks here. It's very hard. It's very hard to figure out what you want to do. Or at least for me, it's very hard to figure out what I want to do here. I would love to have a high-level archaeologist, but it's probably a little overkill to have it already. So I think I will give tactician military history. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Tactician military history. And let's do our research papers before we get too involved in our entourages and stuff. And we have the option of history or observations, and we will go history because we will be focusing on a lot of status, and this will make upgrading those entourage halls much cheaper for us. Alright, a lobbyist and 5 campaign. Not bad. Although if we're going to get the 5 campaign for free, we should buy some lobbyists first. That also makes sure that our first lobbyist we grab is one of the more expensive ones. So right now, if we got a free lobbyist, it would be our 60 status one. And we don't want that. We want to buy our 60 status one. And our 60 status journalist is probably a good option. A little bit extra status there. And another lobbyist as well. And I'm probably going to upgrade this shop as well, which will let us get yet another lobbyist. And I might upgrade it again to get us yet another lobbyist. And I could even upgrade it again for another lobbyist if I really wanted to, but I probably won't. I could also upgrade this one. I tend to avoid these just because I don't think we need the secret from encounters. It would be nice, but I don't think we need it to get our quest here. And it's very expensive to get to just for that. So I think we'll stop there. That means we get our free lobbyist is like 190 campaign or something like that. So that's nice. And we do have all the bonuses now. So each campaign token is worth 15 to 23 instead of the 10 to 15 it normally is, I think. So yeah, pretty good. And we get some extra insight if we wanted, plus an additional insight every time we finish an expedition. That would be nice. What else? Extra tokens from spending insight would also be good. Yeah, let's grab this, because we're on our way to the supplies, so this one doesn't help us with it. And we are short. To get even close to getting this, we would need 35 and then 45, I believe it is. So we need 80 research, which we're not going to get. Let's just be honest here. I wouldn't mind getting writing history for the extra campaign every time we enter an encounter. Next expedition, that would be nice. I don't know. Let's check out what we get from our insight. We do have to spend at least 2 insights, so. Just 45 to 75 status. Okay. How about from our... Now, we do get extra research, remember, from Agatha's Captain perk. This could be a good time to use that. This would guaranteed give us 1 more research paper for 1 insight. That's probably worth it. I mean, it wasn't technically guaranteed. We could have rolled the least, which would have been 20, and we would have been 1 off, but I was willing to believe that our luck wasn't that bad. And do we want the extra token from study, campaign, and collect when we spend insight? That's probably pretty good. We have to spend at least 1 more insight already. And we're not going to get to our research or to our supplies anyway. So yeah, it's either do we want that or do we want an extra campaign every time we enter an encounter. This is probably going to mean we get 2 to 3 extra campaign, maybe 4, maybe 5, somewhere in there. Whereas this means we'll get a guaranteed 1 extra study, campaign, and collect now. But that's probably it, because we'll probably only spend 1 insight. So in that case, it's probably better to get the campaign now, and we'll grab this next time before we spend any of our insight. There we go. And let's just grab some extra insight, or some extra campaign here from our insight. Okay, let's look at our shop. Survivalist and engineer, don't care about either of those early. The athlete perk would be nice because he doesn't start with stamina. So I'll probably upgrade and grab that for Hojo. And would not mind getting the Quick Thinker grappling hook very early for Hojo as well to take him to a level 4 Quick Thinker. Just make sure we don't give him Nimble or Escape Artist until then. And that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, he doesn't learn those naturally, so just have to make sure we don't give them to him from an entourage. And we only have enough status left to do 2 entourages, probably. 2 specialty entourages, I should say. And we can give Naturalist, Campaign, or Rogue. And I would love to give Phelan a Rogue perk. She's going to get 2 from her Campfire card, assuming we draw it anyway. And I know she gets Sneaking, and maybe it's Surprise. So let's give her Mischief. Phelan. Give her Mischief, because I know that's not one she gets from her Campfire card. They both start with an S. That's all I remember. And then we have Athlete, Beguiler, or Engineer. Beguiler or Athlete, either one, would be very helpful for this crew. She learns storytelling naturally. She does not have sense of humor, though. Or we could give... Well, actually, he learns Tenacious naturally. But we could give him Alert, Quick Thinker, if we decide to give him the Athlete perk here. And we might do that. Again, Athlete perks come in really handy in Molly. So let's do that. He already knows Smashing, so we'll give him Tenacious. There we go, not bad. And then our third one, we will probably end up giving Agatha a Tactician perk or an Archaeologist perk. Probably Archaeology, but we'll see when we get there. And I would like to pick up the Doubles original campaign and secret tokens gained from Insight at some point. We should have plenty of Renown or plenty of campaign, I should say, and we've already leveled up the shop almost to it. Just needs 1 more upgrade. All right. Now, we are lacking in True Grit, and that's probably going to be true for a while. We might be able to afford 1 boot. We could afford decent boots, but it only gives 5 grit. Which is not going to get us remotely close to the 45. So I think that's going to have to wait. I mean, the only one that would is this one. The Adventure Boost for 300. We could give it to Fei Lin after next expedition when she levels up again. And she would have 45 grit at that point. But that's expensive to get 1 point toward Ravelo. Well, all right. Let's choose our next expedition, and I think it's going to be Mali. Now, unfortunately, Mali is not the place with a lot of campaign. It's the place with a lot of gold. However, we do have a rogue, we do have an athlete, and we do have a beguiler, so that's all good. If we were going to do campaign, it would be the Hungarian fort. Yeah. We do have a tactician, we do have an archaeologist, we do have a quick thinker. We don't have a diplomat. But this would still be good. I mean, there's no doubt it would be good. We are missing... Are we still missing a treasure from there? No? Doesn't look like it. So I don't really want to go there. Again, we are trying to get a new treasure every run. Are we missing anything from Mali? No. So... that shouldn't come into account. The only thing that really factors in here is how well we're going to do. And I do like the idea of this just because we have all of the requirements for it. But we have almost all the requirements for Hungary. Not Hungary. Hungary. We have almost all the requirements for Hungary as well. And there is more status here. I don't know, that's a rough decision. That is a hard one. I think I'd like to go to Mali. I really do. Or Mali. Mali. Probably Mali. I think Mali is correct. Let's do it. We're still ahead of Rivalo. Huh. Excuse me, a little bit of a yawn there. We're still ahead of Rivalo, but just barely. Recently, the world has grown interested in the cultural treasures from West Africa. I mean, I would hope they'd always have been interested a little bit, but okay. Let's go take a look. The witch doctor does not like strangers and refuses the pleas of travelers. We have to try to touch his heart. I mean, go straight through the ribcage, but that's not the type of crew we are. So we are looking for wits challenges. That is going to be what we're good at. Unfortunately, right off the bat, we have a cultural challenge and a nature challenge. It's a little unfortunate, but we'll see what we find. Hey, a epic encounter right away. Nice. The remains of an old battle with many broken weapons. You may focus on the historical value or take some valuable weapons, and we'll have Agatha study the area. 2 tribes wants to go into war over a nearby lake. Sure us down those findings, and we'll move along. A fantastic piece of architecture. Before you is a fort or village made out of clay, but the large walls prevent you from seeing what's inside. Sadly, the gates are shut tight, but Hojo will boldly volunteer to go up, and he's a good athlete, so he can go over the walls. At the top, he secures a rope so others can follow him in. And we have a protected village with footsteps storming towards us. Now, I remember this epic encounter. Agatha is not very kind to these people. Some strangers found a way past our defenses. We have to fight them to show our worth and show that we're friendly. Alright. Yeah, they only like it if we're friendly, which is good, because that's what we are. Now, we do have some of our AoEs, finally. We have War Dance. We have our Lecture. We don't want to complete this challenge in Devious, even though we have Mr. and Mrs. Devious. The Efficient we are not going to be able to get right now. We could try to get it if we back up and try to take out these guys first. That might be an option, sure. Let's see here. Let's buff Hojo. I could have used War Dance to buff them both, but that seems like a waste of our AoE right now. I don't know. Maybe that is the right way to go, though. We'll have to consider that in the future. Everyone's pleasant. Now, this does make Phelan's secondary attack, once she gets it, very, very strong. If you're not familiar with it, her secondary attack basically gets plus 150 power. If you are aggressive and your opponent is not... If you're not aggressive and your opponent is not aggressive, I think. I'll look it up. I don't remember the exact details. I've never used it efficiently. I'll go ahead and readily admit that. I have never gotten really good use out of her secondary attack. And I would like to change that. I would like to get some nice use out of it on this run, if we can. Now, we cannot hit 4 people still, which is a little awkward. So the Efficient is looking harder and harder to get. But, maybe. We'll just take out 1 guy this turn. That will leave 4, and maybe they'll group up in a way that will let us get it next time. This is a little dangerous because I could have taken out 2 this turn, probably. Almost certainly. But, yeah. Or I did take out 2. I could have probably taken out 3. We're gonna hope Phelan doesn't go down. I'm gonna feel a little sad if she does. Or Hojo. I mean, you know, I'm equal opportunity to wanting my characters to live. That's probably not the best way to say that, but... let's see. Agatha... Phelan can hit 3. And Agatha hit 4. No, she can also only hit 3. So that's unfortunate. We'll go ahead and start with Lecture. That won't switch us over to Devious, which is fine. And let's see what War Dance can do. Very nice. So, only managed to hit 3. That's too bad, but away it goes. And we do have Reaching Out left, which will very nicely take out the last guy. Alright, here we go. Okay, thanks for showing us these kind words. We are the Dogan people. Now, Agatha is not impressed. We found this last time when we had Agatha as our leader. She's a mean character. Yeah, see, I think I have to throw up because they're holding a feast for you. Why would you turn down free food? Like, okay, so I am a former college student. And if you can show me a former college student, at least in America or Europe or anywhere that I've been to, I don't know. I'm not. Okay, let's back up. I am not excluding other places because I don't think it's true there. I'm excluding other places because I have not been there and talked to college students, and so I don't know. But like I've spent time in Africa, but I haven't talked to college students in Africa, so I don't know. But at least for Europe and America, there is no such thing as a college student that does not like free food. Okay. If you walk up to a college student and they're like, "We will give you free food if you show up to this meeting," that does not affect you in any way. And you have nothing to offer at this meeting, but it is a meeting, and it has free food, and we will give you free food if you show up. You will have college students to show up. It doesn't matter. And you never really get over that. You never really get over that. Even now that I've been out of college for several years, I am still like drawn like a moth to a candle to free food. It's just one of those things you never get over. Maybe you eventually get over it, but I haven't. And I don't think any of the people that I still keep in touch with from college have either. So you don't be mean to people who offer you free food, Agatha. That's not how you go. You can do this. It's great. We're going to take the minus 25% speech on this expedition. I would like to get the 2 supplies. I really would, but I'm worried about insulting them. I don't want to insult them. The 2 supplies might be worth it, though. I'm worried they're not going to give me the treasure if I insult them, as self-serving as that is. So my question is 2 supplies for sure worth possibly not getting the treasure? Maybe. All right, we're gonna do it, and this actually pains me because I hate being rude. I was raised to be a very, very kind person, and even if you don't want to be polite, that you should. That if you aren't polite in a situation, even if you don't want to be, it kind of makes you a bad person, right? That's sort of how I was raised. And so this is hard for me. Even in a video game, it's hard for me. Hard for me to do. All right, let's do it. Yeah, okay, so we don't get the treasure. Okay, so we just got 2 supplies. That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, and I would have rather had the treasure. I was hoping that we would still get it, but at least we got the 2 supplies, and we'll move along. Oh, an aggressive pack of hyenas. Interesting. All right. Before we go in there, let's take a look at Phelan's alternate attack. She doesn't have it yet, but just for when she gets it. Assassination. 125% of her attack power, and plus 150% power if you are friendly and the opponent is not aggressive. If so, Fei Lin gains the Uncovered Assassin debuff, weakening all her friendly abilities. Alright. Agatha is tactically prepared. Let's go. You know, I used to have trouble when I used to play some of the RPGs. Like, does anyone remember KOTOR? Knights of the Old Republic? You know, you always want to play KOTOR through multiple times. You want to play it through being Paragon, and you wanted to play it through being Renegade, or whatever the... I don't remember light side or dark side, I guess, for that game. It was Paragon and Renegade are the Mass Effect options. But for both KOTOR, KOTOR 2, and for Mass Effect, I actually struggled to play as Renegade or as dark side, because I would start the game and be like, all right, I'm going to be dark side. And there was some choices where I'd have no problem. Some choices would be like, oh yeah, that's a great option. I definitely want to take that. But then I'd run across options where it's just like, that's just mean. Like, that doesn't even service anything. Like, it doesn't give you any bonuses. It doesn't give you any extra loot. It's not being mean to an enemy who deserves it. You're just being mean for the sake of being mean, essentially. And I would have trouble selecting those options, even though I wanted to be 100% dark side or 100% renegade. It was a little bit easier in Mass Effect because Mass Effect did a very good job making sure that the renegade choices was not always the mean choice. In Mass Effect, the renegade choice was often the morally correct choice, but just stated in a way that was a little bit harsh, or it was something that needed to be done but was a little bit morally ambiguous, essentially. Yeah, and that was interesting. That was a little bit more interesting that you had that variety there, where sometimes the renegade choice was not the morally the morally wrong choice. The renegade choice was often the morally right choice, but it had some sort of additional downside to it that made it a little bit harder. Like, you might have a renegade choice to I'm trying to think of an example because I don't want to misrepresent Mass Effect, because it is an amazing game. And I really don't want to spoil any of it, because you really should go into it with an open mind, with not knowing any spoilers if you have not played it so far. But most of the renegade choices I really remember were impactful storyline choices that I really don't want to spoil for you. Especially involving Tali, which Tali was my favorite character. Tali was great. And if you didn't like Tali, we probably aren't going to get along very well, unfortunately. Tali was an amazing character. Anyway, Tali and Legion. Those two characters. Great characters. And for those of you who have played the Mass Effect series, you know what it means to like both Tali and Legion. You know what that means for you as a person. And, man, Mass Effect was great. Great games. All right, but we're playing a different great game. Let's talk about the game we are playing. Hojo is a man of his word and wants to help Fei Lin in becoming a better explorer. He asks for Fei Lin's attention, albeit a bit bluntly, and makes a proposal. So he wants to teach Fei Lin wits, weapons expert, or electromagnetics, or a secret. Fei Lin doesn't really need any of those. Let's just take the secret. Alright. And move it along. You see a small elephant being attacked and laughed at by hyenas. It seems they're being led by a strong female hyena, and we will definitely interfere in that. The little elephant gets away. Anyone watch Planet Earth, by the way? Planet Earth is a great show. Came out several years ago. Actually, Planet Earth 2 just came out. I think earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember which. But they do not shy away at showing a lot of the very interesting interactions between predators and prey. I mean, it's quite fascinating. Alright, good war dance here. Does good damage to the lead and takes out 2 of the other hyenas. Very nice. And we get a bonus for being friendly into a devious group. Let's just try to take out this blue hyena right away. I don't want her around. And it is a her. most the leaders for hyena packs are almost always female. In fact, I think always female. They have a very matriarchal society, and the females have the majority of the leadership and the respect in the pack. And good for Abbey Games. They got it right. They got it right, and they always refer to the leaders of the groups as females or as sisters or whatever the particular situation is. They get it right, which is good. I'm going to buff Agatha up here so that she can take out one of these in one shot, and Hojo shouldn't have a problem taking one out as well. So we'll just finish up the encounter right here. Yep, couldn't do it with his impressed, but I knew he still had reaching out, so I wasn't too worried. Reaching out's a really powerful single target move. I really like it. Probably the main reason I bring Hojo on friendly crews. Despite the fact he rubs the crew the wrong way. The strong hyena truly feels sorry and is purring. You pet her a few times and feel you two are bonding, and then they cackle. They rounds up her cackle and they leave, but not before they lead the little elephant back to his herd. That's funny. Yeah, a group of hyenas called a cackle, which is great. Yeah, okay, just checking. All right, let's go to this witch challenge. We should have everything we need to complete it, hopefully. Oh, another epic encounter, the elephant graveyard. Caravan raiders. All right. We could try to steal an interesting document, and actually, funnily enough, Hojo is better at it than our rogue right now, because he gets 40% from Quick Thinker. So yeah, Hojo can give it a shot. Ooh, not good. Not good at all. Hojo is chased off by 10 men, and he gets minus 15 grit on this expedition. There's our campfire. Again, looking for Phelin's card. That's what we want. And we did not get it. Wow. That is unfortunate. That's really bad. Campfire Store gives you 2 supplies and Beguiler Charms or Diplomat Generous. That's pretty good. We'll probably give that to Phelin, and we'll just shuffle their other 2 in. And hope we get it before the end of the archipelago. Alright, the locals aren't up to no good. They just saw the fire and are curious to meet some new people. Phelin's relieved and wants to take the lead on showing them how charming a foreigner can be. Alright, so that gives Phelin another level of Beguiler, along with 2 more supplies. There's a level 4 Beguiler already. Very nice. Let's go to here. The elephant graveyard, where elephants come to die and hyenas eat the remains. In the distance, you see the skeleton of a giant elephant, but you hear the laughter of a hyena coming from over there as well. Let's go. Alright, this beast is known as Chuckles the Hyena, feared and hated among the local tribes. Again, here we go. Next to her is her sister, see they get it right. Which you've seen when she was attacking the young elephant and you befriended her. She recognizes you. Oh really? That's interesting. And her tail shows enthusiasm. Huh. I didn't know this would happen. I have never run into this before, where you meet her sister first, and basically she doesn't want to fight you. So we don't have to fight her sister, we only fight Chuckles and a little bit of her cackle. That's really interesting. That's a nice interaction. I like that. It's amazing to me, but great, that even at this point in the game, I'm still finding new things that I didn't know existed, and I really like it. Look at how easy this encounter is now. It's 2, 2, and 2. Not bad. All right. We'll back up and try to take out these 2 back here. Close. Close. Just checking my damage here. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay, we're gonna use reaching out from Hojo to take out this one, and then we'll buff up Agatha with Phelin. And that should let Agatha take out the last one. Actually, oh, she can't anymore because Hojo's taking the only spot she could have stood in. Did not realize that. That's a little awkward. Okay, never mind. I guess we're going to buff up Agatha. And then we'll take out one of these right here. No particular reason I'm picking the one that's further away. I don't know. It just seems like it's easier to get to the ones that are closer, so might as well take out the ones that are a little bit harder to get to, I guess. Oh, we got Inconvincible. Nice. I'm kind of surprised, but that did a little enough damage that we got it. Phelan took a lot of damage there, which is a little concerning. Agatha still had her excited buff, so she should be able to take out this one, no problem. And I wouldn't mind healing Phelan, but I don't think Phelan is strong enough to take out... Oh, she is. Wow. Never mind. I stand corrected. Now, it's a little bit dangerous healing Phelan with Hojo because it will give her the Impressed debuff. But I don't think she's in range of Chuckles. No, she's not. So we should be okay. They are separating a little bit. Okay. Alright. One turn till reaching out comes back off cooldown. We will want to use that. But for now... We could start working on Chuckles, or we could try to get in range here. Yeah, we can. Yep, let's just shake out this other hyena up here, and that'll just leave the boss. We do have Mr. and Mrs. Friendly, so this is going to go well for us. We get our first Mr. and Mrs. Friendly here, and then try to finish it off next time. And just bring Phelan up out of range of Chuckles there, hopefully. Yep. Okay, good. I don't mind him attacking, or her, I should say. I don't mind her attacking Agatha. I just didn't want her getting to Phelan. Alright, we do have Reaching Out now, but before we use Reaching Out, we should probably use an Impressed attack. Lower Chuckles' speech defense. And, yeah. Reaching Out here. Now, if Phelan can get over between them, I will do that. That's what was my plan here. I probably could have put him in a little bit of a different spot, though, to ensure it. Yeah, oh well. I would have used War Dance between them, buff up my characters and hurt Chuckles, but we'll do it next turn. Still have the opportunity. Alright, good. We should have no problems. Oh, 2 more hyenas spawned, okay. No big deal. We should be able to finish off Chuckles this turn. Let's see here. Yeah, bring Agatha there for the Impressed attack. I don't know, maybe close. Oh. I'll put him there, okay. We may not be able to finish Chuckles off this turn. Ooh, it's going to be real close. I don't think we can, actually. So, instead of using Phelan that way, I'm going to use Reward Dance over here. Just take out these other hyenas. I probably should have moved Hojo in range first, just for the buff, but it's not that big a deal. Looks so sad. Poor hyena. Although hyenas are kind of mean, so... I just healed herself. Alright. That to be fine. Alright. Should have no problems now, at least, finishing her off. And this is going to be... We should probably end this episode here. Because it's already been 30 minutes. And we at least have like 6 supplies left to use. So it's going to be quite a while. So thank you guys very much for watching. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like on it. Subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. And we're going to go check out this elephant skull real quick and get some sort of buff. 2 collect at the end of each expedition for athlete, or 2 collect for rogue. Some extra gold for treasure hunt, or some collecting campaign. Let's take the 2 collect for each level of athlete. Yeah, each level of athlete. There we go. And yeah, we will level up Hojo next time. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Likes would be nice. Subscribing would be great if you would like to. But don't feel obligated. And I will see you next time. Where we will complete the rest of the Mali mystery. Thank you very much.